Elim 2 mile.
Pretty doom and gloom.
Cups my breast is pretty nice.
I'm in a relapse where I just stare at my green lawn. I always want to go out there and just munch on the grass. Go back to the glory days.
Very hot, very humid.
Sadly, I finished, puked my guts up for 20 minutes.
Okay, that's the point of this.
It's hard. It's really hard, honestly. But you'll get through it.
You're a snake! You let me have the laugh!
No. I said I wanted the logo change! Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to 800 Split. I'm your host, Alex Hughes, and this upcoming week at B. Reed Henderson High School, the Henderson Track Team is hosting a 2-mile elimination battle royale, meaning that at the end of every lap, the person who is in last will be eliminated from the race. This is actually not the first battle royale that Henderson High School has sponsored, as Puma has come in and run 2 professional battle royale 5K eliminations. The battle royale you are about to witness is run with students who actually go to Henderson High School and compete on their track team. In the next few interviews, you will learn their names, about their lives, hopes, aspirations, dreams. You will cry for them. You will feel for them. So let's just jump right in. Welcome back to 800 Split. I'm here with Gershman, actually commonly known as Alex Gershman, which leads me to my first question. But anyway, Gershman is competing in the 2-mile elimination here at Henderson. And my first question is, you're commonly referred to as Gersh, and we actually took a poll from the cross-country team, and 79% of them do not know that your first name is Alex. They simply call you Gersh, and then another 50% know that there's Gershman after that. So how do you feel that most people don't know your actual real name?
I mean, it's not really a big deal to me. I'm comfortable being called Gersh, and I guess it's better that I'm unknown, so that there's a little mystery in there.
Oh yeah, for the competition's sake. When they say Alex, you're just like, guess I'm here, and no one knows who they're talking about. Okay, so as of right now, you're seated like a borderline option for the top 3 contender if the handicap levels the playing field with Gavin and Calvin. So do you see themselves as this leveling out the playing field enough, or do you think that you need to monopolize off these handicaps to be a contender for that spot?
I think I would definitely be able to monopolize off the handicaps, but yeah, it's definitely good that they're in place because of the skill level of Gavin and Calvin.
Yeah.
And there's there's other runners that are very good too, but I think with the handicaps, the playing field is definitely more level.
Okay. Who's your number 1 competition right now? It's besides those 2.
I would say probably Ethan.
Okay.
I think we're pretty close. He's got me more in the endurance, but if I can hold him off, or if he can hold me off, then he can beat me. But if I can get him in the first 3 or 4 laps, then I think I have.
Okay. And then who right now, besides yourself, is your top 3 prediction winner?
I would say either Calvin or Luke.
Who's third? First, second, third. Okay, Gavin, Luke, and then Gavin. My bad. Calvin, Luke, and then Gavin. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for coming on the show. Nice to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm here with Pat Rabin. He's another contender in our 2-mile elimination battle royale here at Henderson. Hi, Pat. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Alex.
All right.
Nice to be here.
I have a few questions about the race. Is that okay if I ask them?
Yeah.
And you have not seen these questions before, correct? Are you nervous?
Yes.
Okay, you should be. So what pre-race meal are you looking forward to having before your race?
It's a great question. Probably a bagel.
Okay. Are you disappointed that Mr. Kelly's not providing those bagels?
I am.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's your favorite bagel from Country Bagel?
The plain one.
Okay. I respect it.
Not cut, not warm,
just like a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. So along with that pre-race meal, what music will you be listening to while you get hyped? We have similar music tastes.
Lose Yourself by Eminem.
Okay.
Before my race.
Will you sing it during the 2-mile?
Oh, of course.
Okay,
I don't think I'll be in the race long enough to get through the whole song.
Oh, okay. No, well, believe in yourself, okay? I believe in you. You should believe in yourself. And then lastly, we all know the star of the show, Barry Rabin.
Yes. I'm Barry Rabin.
He's your father. He's typically the cross-country photographer. He's
father of Patrick Rudy Rabin.
He's often at the starting and finish line. Will he be there to photograph you?
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping my son doesn't go out first.
I'll make sure he is.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's it. All right,
Great,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Yep. And this is Pat Schneider. He's a competitor in our upcoming two-mile elimination here at Henderson. Welcome to the show, Pat.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I have a few questions about the race that I'll ask you right now. So you're the second freshman in the race. Gavin is currently seated ahead of you due to his, he's pretty fast for me too. Trust me, I'm not anywhere close to your guys' skill cap. But as a freshman and noticeably one of the smallest members of the team, I'm there too. How often do you get cut off, and how do you feel about it? Do you expect to be cut off in this race on Friday?
I do. I expect to get cut off by every participant in the race multiple times.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to work around that. A lot of them are bigger than me by a lot, such as Gershman and
How do you feel that most people don't know your actual real name?
Gavin.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just kind of swerve around them.
Okay, you're small. You can go under their legs, probably.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
okay. So you are also one of the few sets of twins on the track team. Do you run to prove that you're like worthy of your? I'm not sure if it's brother or sister. It's brother, correct? Okay, brother. So do you run to prove that you're as good as him, or run to like prove to your family that you're the better twin, or assert your dominance over him as a sibling?
Yeah, it's kind of a dominance thing. He's got me in a lot of other sports, such as baseball. He's on the varsity team as a freshman already.
That's.
So
You're on the varsity team as a freshman for track, so
it's good motivation to get on varsity.
A lot more people on track too. So.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good motivation that he's an incredible athlete. So I have to compete to get on his level or above his level.
Will he be at the race?
I doubt it.
Okay. And we mentioned before with an upcoming interview with Ethan Kilroy that he's like a father figure to you, and you're almost as if his son. And you're racing him against in this event. So how do you feel about that?
I feel like he's been a great father figure, and I want to live up to his name.
Kind of on accident.
Fill his shoes.
But it comes by.
But he's got me in most events, distance events right now, and trying to change that. Trying to be.
Yeah, I understand that. All right, cool. That's my final question. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Okay, welcome back to 800 Split. I'm here with Ethan Kilroy. He's another contender in our 2-mile elimination here at Henderson. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're just gonna leave me in? Okay, thank you. So, I have a few questions for you about the race and leading up, your experiences before that and all that stuff. So, in the previous years before you have completely become dedicated to the Henderson Track program, and by that I mean like a full season athlete, like cross country, indoor track, outdoor track. You were actually doing swimming. You were on the Henderson swim team. How do you think that previous experience being on the swim team will help you in this upcoming 2-mile elimination?
Well, it definitely helped with cardiovascular endurance, and it just sort of helped me to know I got to race at my own pace.
Okay, that's very good. Do you think the endurance will definitely help you, or do you think were you more of a like what event did you do for swimming that you?
I usually did longer, like 200 freestyle or 100 backstroke. So a bit of both. I'm hoping the endurance will help me out.
Okay, cool. And then so talking about your past experiences, continuing that. Over the course of cross country, many of the teammates have commented and said you've become like a member of a family, or like the father figure to that family of the team. This team includes teammates such as Alex Chilet and Rowan. Will you run in spirit of them since they are not competing in this race?
Yes, they will.
Mrs. Jackson, if you're in the
So, following your previous experiences, many team. As a Henderson athlete and part of the Henderson track group, many teammates have commented that you've become like a father to them, like such as teammates like Alex Chilet and Rowan. Will you run in spirit of them since they're not competing in this race?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been training with these guys the whole year. We've become pretty tight, so I'm definitely going to use, I'm going to keep them in mind, and their training that I've done with them is going to help me through this race.
Okay. But another person you have to keep in mind is one of your fellow contestants, Patrick Snyder, who says, he's almost like a son to you. So, how do you feel about this? Like, are you frustrated? Are you like, do you want to beat him just to show your dominance as a parent figure, or do you want to let him like find him, you know, let him find himself on the course?
I'm always happy to race with Pat. I mean, we always go out. We're pretty similar speed, so it always ends up being a good race. And whatever happens, if I beat him or if he beats me, I'm sure it'll be good.
All right. Thank you so much. Yep. All right. Max Mullertz. He's a contender in our 2-mile elimination battle royale here at Henderson. Max, you can take a seat if you would like. Okay. We'll be right back with questions. Max, you're back. Wow, where'd you go?
Took the chair.
Thank you. So, after doing some background research, some very unusual things popped up, just like you taking the chair, I guess. So, we found some videos of you being a ventriloquist artist. Do you hope to represent your minority in this upcoming race as a ventriloquist artist, or no?
Yeah.
Cool, okay, thank you. And upon more research as a ventriloquist, your partner, or dummy, was known as Casper. Do you think you can accurately relay Casper's opinion on the upcoming race?
Elim 2-mile.
Glad that Casper voiced his opinion, just as Casper would. So, you seem to be one of the most excited and like extravagant, outspoken people as an advocate for this race. Why are you so excited for this race coming up, and what does it mean and symbolize to you?
You get eliminated in the 2-mile. So it's the Elim 2-mile. This mile backwards is Elim.
Oh, okay.
So Elim 2-mile.
Oh, I get it. Like a palindrome, correct?
Correct.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Yep. All right. See ya. I'm here with Issa Mackey, a contender in the 2-mile elimination here at Henderson High School. And Issa, let's actually start with your name. I have a question about a nickname that you actually gave to yourself at the 2017 cross-country banquet. It was in the booklet. You titled yourself Ape Boy.
I did.
A title given to you by the team, and you've apparently accepted it, quoting, "I'm literally an ape, I'll, like, destroy you." You said that in 2017 at the banquet. Do you use this nickname as an intimidation factor for your future competition, or is it just like I don't know, just a nickname?
Yeah, I find apes pretty intimidating myself, so I bet other people do too. So hopefully it'll scare the competition, give me a leg up on the competition.
Nice. Okay. Next one. We have actually, your father is going to be at the race. I don't know if you knew that, but he said he was coming. I emailed him today, and he said, so he's going to be there. How would you feel while Harry Hussein is watching you in the stands? Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. He really encouraged me when I'm running.
Okay.
Hearing him in the stands, encouraging. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And your father was he coaches professional runners, correct?
Yeah, he's their agent. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Do you think that gives you an advantage to other people, or?
I wouldn't say that, but.
Because doesn't he have like a Nike sponsorship or something? Like you get free sneakers or? Okay, we will go with that. So as of right now, you are seated like a borderline option for a top 3 contender if the there's currently an unknown consequence if Calvin and Gavin do not go under a specific time slot for their 800, which they are running prior to the 2-mile. Do you think that these caveats, the punishment or them having to face fatigue after their race, do you think that gives you an advantage, or do you think that's not enough to even the playing field?
I think it'll definitely be an advantage, but not just for me, for all the competitors, because everyone's going to be racing. So not just for me, but for everyone, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice meeting you.
Yep. Okay. The 800 split, I'm here with Luke Geyer. He's here as a contestant of our 2-mile elimination here at Henderson. And I have a few questions about the race for you that I'd like to ask. Is that all right?
That's fine.
All right, cool. So this is more about your identity on the team. It pertains to you being one of the many Lukes on the team. There are several of them, like too many to count. So does this cloud your identity being one of those Lukes, or do you feel like you're an individual?
Well,
My freshman year, I actually came in, and there was an older Luke Walton. And then the next year I came in, there was a younger Luke Mullen. And now I have Luke Miles, who's actually pretty similar speed to me.
And Lucas Heller, too.
And Lucas Heller, which, we have some nicknames for each other, but honestly, when somebody says Luke, it's like hard to realize if it's you or if it's somebody else.
Yeah,
and especially in the pack, like, it's hard. It's really hard, honestly.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
But,
you'll get through it. You know.
All right, thanks, man.
I'll cheer your name, and even though Luke Miles is in the race, I'll make sure to say Luke Geyer so you know I'm talking to you.
I mean, I go by Geyer sometimes.
Okay.
So it's...
Yeah, but you'd rather be called by your first name, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
I understand. Okay, so you go by several other names too, also known as Capello. He's a member of the D West team or D East?
I think it's Downingtown West.
Okay, but he probably won't see this, so it doesn't matter. So you orchestrate an event called Capella Core Friday, and seeing as the meet is on Friday, will this continue?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, this race is for fun. And seeing that it is a Capella Core Friday, I will be repping the backwards hat, and I hope some of my fellow competitors will be as well. I mean, it's kind of not exactly part of my identity at this point, but it's obviously something that'll spice up the race. It's fun.
Yeah.
And it helps me, honestly. It's a good workout tool, and so it'll be good to race with.
Yeah. Okay, and you've been on and off for part of Group 1 and 2, which is also racing with Calvin and Gavin. You're currently not running an 800 before the...
No,
okay,
I'm not.
So you're not going to be handicapped with that time constraint cutoff.
Yeah.
So do you think you can beat them if they're doing the unknown punishment, or do you think they're going to... I don't know. Do you think... Yeah. What's your opinion on
obviously
the
they're both
circumstances
really good runners, and especially Calvin being his last race in high school of all time, I think he's really going to want to win this, especially beating me and Gavin. Like, I beat Calvin in the first race at all this season over cross country camp by half a second, and I think he definitely wants to finish it out, winning it all. But obviously Gavin, also strong freshman,
he's a sleeper pick.
And then obviously me, Luke, Issa, Max, Pat, Ethan, and Gersh.
Yeah.
Everybody in this race is very experienced, good runners. So with that handicap, I think it'll be closer than it would have been before, obviously.
Okay.
So it should be fun.
Yeah. That's all I have for you.
That's
Thank
all.
you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm here with Luke, appropriately named Luke Miles, here on the show. Welcome to the show.
I'm Shane Cass.
Okay, that's fine. Just makes me sad. So, before the track season, you were an active advocate for vegans, becoming one yourself because, quote, I could. But recently you changed back to a regular diet as you attributed most of your racing problems to this inconsistency. Do you think that your changing back will help you in this upcoming race?
Well, I sure hope so. Sometimes I have a moment of relapse where I just stare at my green lawn and I really just want to go out there and just munch on the grass, go back to the glory days.
Yeah.
But, some days you can't do that. I just really hope to just live up to my expectations I have for myself when we fall in the race.
Do you still take photosynthesis pills?
Every once in a while, I'll just go out and just lounge in the sun by my pool for a couple hours. It really makes me energized.
Legal supplements or no? Just regular photosynthesis?
I can't talk about that on camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
FBI, open up!
Okay, I understand. So do you still advocate for vegans, or have you disassociated yourself from them?
Well, I really think it depends on the person. You can have a bad vegan, or you can have a good vegan. I think it's a two-way street.
Okay. Do you consider yourself a bad vegan or a good vegan while you were practicing that?
A little bit of both.
Okay. So with the caveat of Calvin and Gavin being handicapped, how do you place yourself coming up in this race?
Pretty high. I think the handicap would help me out pretty well. I think it's going to be pretty difficult to beat them without that. I think hopefully the handicap will be something good, so I actually have a chance to win this.
Okay. And lastly, taking off of your inspirations, a few members, one non-disclosed, they have said that you're a history nerd, often like cuddling up and going to sleep listening to historical podcasts. I was wondering what your favorite historical influences would be coming up for the race.
Well, you have two options here. You have the figures that are safe for the camera and the figures that are not.
Oh. Can we talk about the ones not safe for the camera, or is that... Because
Well,
there's a camera here.
There is a camera right there,
Yes,
so I don't
okay.
think that'd be very appropriate for the situation.
What are your safe figures?
Well, I'd like to believe that Martin Luther King is actually a very good inspiration of mine because he actually led peaceful protests, non-violent protests against things that he disliked. And I think that plays a large part in our track team because we have to avoid violence when problems arise. Problems arise quite often, so it's really good to face those problems without being violent. It's really tough though.
Yeah, and there's been no violence on this team, so I'm glad you're practicing what he preaches.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for coming on. Oh, right.
Don't shake hands.
All right, yeah. All right, thank you.
Bye.
All right, and after seeing those interviews, you should probably know that our two top varsity members, Gavin Brophy and Calvin Pash, do have to run sub 2:02 in an 800 before their 2-mile elimination, as they are the fastest runners, and Mr. Kelly decided to level the playing field a little bit with this caveat. All right, keeping that in mind, here are their interviews. You're with Gavin Brophy. He's currently the second fastest member of the Henderson Track Team on the boys' side. Calvin is currently the first leader of Group 1, and he he doesn't outperform you always in most events, but he's up there. And Gavin is competing in our 2-mile elimination. He's looking to face off with Calvin and 7 other contenders, if I'm correct. Yes. And so Gavin, you're running an 800 before you do the 2-mile, as you're one of the top runners to compete in it, to kind of level the playing field. So if you don't hit a certain time constraint, there is going to be a handicap. We don't know what that is yet, but do you think you're going to run no matter what the time constraint is? Do you think you're going to try to go under it? Or do you think you're going to go for 3 minutes and hit and try to get the handicap and save yourself some fatigue for the race?
No, my goal would be to run under the set time.
Okay.
To get a PR and
PR before the 2-mile and then beat everyone there. Okay. So besides no punishment whatsoever, just say you go over it, what would your ideal punishment be? Just something weird. I've been calling for the chicken soup. Mr. Kelly has mentioned that before. I was thinking maybe jeans or jorts or I don't know, just some strange punishment that you'd be okay with running with.
No, mine would definitely be the chicken soup, I think.
Okay.
The wings give you some aerodynamics.
Oh, true.
The feet maybe.
Yeah. We could definitely get a chart on that, see the aerodynamics if we do have to do that punishment. Okay. So since it's Calvin's last race, how does it feel to be the fastest runner on the team after that? Start off.
Accepting the sweaty crown, I would call it.
You do have that now.
A little scary. But
that's understandable. Yeah. You're a little underclassman, so I get it. And so since this is his last race, are you gonna beat him?
Yes.
Okay. Good. I believe in you. So he is a district qualifier for the 2-mile, and you are currently. You. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're not. Correct.
Nah.
Okay. So are you worried about that?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
I would be too. And then if you win this race, what's the first thing you're gonna do? Go to Panera?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, a baguette.
Yeah. Okay, if you win, I'll provide the baguette for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, nice. Thank you, Gavin. Nice having you on the show. Welcome back to 800 Split. I'm here with Calvin Pash. He's a contender in our 2-mile elimination here at Henderson. Welcome to the show, Calvin.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, we're here 3 hours before the race. This is a pre-race exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking forward to this interview. Can I ask you a few questions?
You certainly can.
Okay, so there's the cutoff for the 800. Do you plan to go over the cutoff and face a punishment, or do you plan to run the 800 and face fatigue when going into the 2-mile?
Well, the plan as of now is to break 2, along with my buddy Gavin over there.
Yeah. Your buddy is your competition.
Team is till the end, Alex. I do not plan to miss the cutoff. I plan to run my heart out for the 800 and run my heart out for the 2-mile.
Okay, good job. And so as this is your last race as a senior, and this is your last race being a member of the Henderson Track Team, on a scale of 1 to being outkicked by a freshman at States, how embarrassing would it be if you lost this one?
Outkicked? I think I was passed by Gavin at the mile mark, so embarrassed if I lose. Would I be? I mean, my legs are going to be a little dead after the 800, so we'll see how it goes. I do want to beat Geyer because he's a little punk ass, but past that, we'll see what happens.
I understand. Yeah. So if you win this race, will you consider it your greatest achievement?
Certainly.
Okay. And then last one, throughout your 4 years on the team, who was your Mike Misowitz? And for context for the viewer, Mike Misowitz was a part of the Henderson Track Team. He wasn't known for his speed. That's actually the opposite of what he was known for. He was known for being frankly quite slow, but inspiration for everyone who around him. So
Who's your Mike Missowitz? I think when Luke Miles showed up this summer and dropped a 6-minute pace at Skelp, that was pretty remarkable and very Mike Missowitz-like. Yeah. But I think the future Mike Missowitz is Max Mullertz. Not only because of his matching initials, but because of his unbridled speed and his frequent fun runs this past year.
Okay. Who would you like to dedicate this race to?
Dedicate this race to? Dean Harris.
Okay. Dean is currently celebrating offset. It's a little too invigorating for me. All right. Thank you for coming on the show. Good luck in your race. All right, here's Calvin and Gavin minutes before their 800.
Pretty doom and gloom. But once it gets started, we'll see how it feels.
Okay.
Very hot, very humid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to complain about anything else?
I don't have that much to complain about. Jack's a little bitch, but
okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to censor that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Gavin, how do you feel going into this?
Feeling great. Feeling focused.
Yeah.
A little tired.
Okay.
Beyond, but
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Positive?
Positive, yes.
Dang, that's the opposite of your competitor Calvin over there.
A little down.
Yeah.
Let's see how we do in the race.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, there's the end of the 800 meter. That was the caveat for Gavin and Calvin. If they did not go under 2, then they have to run with a shot put, apparently. Where's my marker? Shot. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. What was that?
159.
Oh, he barely made it. You barely made it, correct?
No, it's 2-1.
Okay, good. Good job, Gavin.
Nice job,
Good job.
Oh, shit.
159. Did Calvin come in within a few seconds of that?
Yeah, oh, shit.
Okay.
I'm going in the 2 mile. Did you win? That guy should have done.
I was about to. My legs lost control. I almost fell forward.
Yeah, man.
Good race, buddy. Nice race.
I'm tired.
How do you feel?
My hands are buzzing.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
That's odd.
Our wrist stuff.
Okay. Why do you think that is?
You do better.
No, you both did great. I believe in both of you. Sure, but I'll just censor it out with me screaming.
Okay. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, that was a tough-ass 800. I ran my ass off. Got through in like 59. That's where I wanted to be. I was in like 6th place.
Good job.
Got through the 600 like 128.5, right where I wanted to be. I didn't let it loose the last 200. My resolve before the race was kick at 150. I started really letting it loose at 200, but when I hit the 100, you know, the legs just took a turn for the worse.
Yeah.
And you know, it proved that I was a little out of shape. That's acceptable. I ran my hardest. I moved up from like 6th to 3rd.
Yeah, good job.
Ran as tough as I could.
Yeah.
I finished. Puked my guts up for 20 minutes.
That is fun.
And had a killer headache. This guy fell on me and almost tore my
I saw that. We have footage of that. We're playing right now.
It was very frustrating. But as of now, I feel like I'm going to get out the first, or I'm going to lose the first lap regardless. I'm thinking I'm going to keep my dignity, let this 2 mile be a all underclassmen race, and let the little kids have their fun.
Okay, well we're not there yet, but we'll
we'll
check in
see.
on you
Right
before
now,
the race.
what time is it?
It's
7. So
it's 7 o'clock.
we'll see. 40 minutes till race time. We'll decide in like the next 20 minutes.
Okay.
So
checking in.
signing out. We're gonna run it, race what we can. Don't think I'm gonna win at this rate, but we'll try to make it to a mile.
Okay, at least you're in it.
Yeah.
And next up, we have a few interviews from some various members on the regular competitor side.
Repping the speed suit, correct? No, actually, this is a women's singlet that I bought kind of on accident.
Oh,
but it cups my breasts pretty nice.
Oh,
so
I
I'm going
admire that. You're subverting gender norms. I appreciate that. So here's Allie Lister. She's part of the girls' team. And who do you think is going to go out first?
In my race?
No, in the 2 mile elimination. Stephen Keurig is a teammate of Calvin and Gavin and everyone else competing in the 2 mile. Who do you think is going out first?
Who's losing first?
Yeah, going out first. Okay. Jenna is a fellow teammate and has absolutely no associations with any specific people who are running in the 2 mile whatsoever at all. So who do you think is going to win and who do you think is going to go out first? We have Rowan. He's part of the team. Who do you think is going to go out first for the 2 mile elimination? This is Alex Chilet. He's interviewing for the 2 mile elimination. Sorry. Who do you think is going to go out first? Who are you?
You know I'm Nick Nasty, Thick, Mickey, Nick, Sticky, Nicky, Nick, Nack, Caddy-Wack, give
Who do you think's gonna go up first? Zine, he's another teammate. Who do you think's gonna go up first? This is Robbie Colson. He's interviewing for the 2-mile elimination. And who do you think's gonna go up first?
Oh wait, who's in that race again?
Damn it, Robbie!
Oh man, I'm feeling Gersh.
Okay.
I think probably Alex Gershman, you know.
Okay.
Because like when I give him the little slap.
Okay, I have to censor that, but
okay.
thank you for your input.
I'm
Being
gonna
eliminated.
say Patrick Rabin is going to lose some steam and
Ooh, okay.
be eliminated first.
Okay.
I'd say Pat Snyder.
I think it's gonna be Patrick Snyder.
Okay.
Not for like any bias reasons, but like I feel like he like speed wise, I feel like he's the slowest out of out of like the group.
Probably Ethan.
Ooh.
Just being honest.
Okay, Ethan's he's right here actually. That's a little awkward.
I mean, I have to say my money is on Gavin for the winner.
Okay.
And I feel like East is gonna get out first.
Okay. And your pick for the winner and loser have nothing to do with anyone you know or are close with or associated on the
Nope,
team.
not at all.
All right.
Strictly based on talent.
So what's your strategy going into this race?
We've made a pact that we're all gonna take it not too hard and stick together. And then we'll kick the last around 100 every lap to see how it goes.
Okay.
I'm just relying on my ASICS sponsor.
Oh, you're sponsored by them officially. Wow.
Hook me up, give me the speed I need for this race. and,
That's
yeah,
great.
just gonna see how it
Yeah,
goes.
I'm sure that's very official. Cool. What's your strategy going into this?
I might sprint the entire first lap and then just walk.
Good job. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, right at the starting line, waiting for our competitors to line up by name. Here we go. It's all been coming to this.
I'm sorry. That is Alex Gershman. Alex. Hit 9 will be Ethan Kilroy. Hit number 8, Luke Dyer. Wearing hit number 7, Max Mullertz. Wearing hit number 6, Gavin Murphy. Number 5, Issa Maki. Wearing number 4, Pat Rabin. Hit number 3 is Luke Miles. Number 2 will be Pat Snyder. And wearing hip number 1, Calvin Pash. This is a battle royale. As they go around each lap in these 8 laps for the 2-mile run, whoever's the last person to cross the line after this first lap. Same deal. Whoever crosses the line last has to get off the track.
Find out. I mean, I won't find out. And I'm that attitude.
Really, guys? Really?
Trying to take out Gavin.
Get back here. No, he's not. Get him out of here. Hurry up. You're tripping each other. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for the elite races.
All right.
Elite Nets and Women's, the Brandywine Heating.
And there they go. Since we didn't have a cameraman at the 200 or really anywhere else on the track that was meaningful, we're just going to cut right to the chase and show you the first one eliminated. And here is the footage.
Who's in it? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Calvin Pash! Calvin! Oh no! Calvin.
Embarrassed if I lose. Embarrassed if I lose. Would I be? I mean, my legs are going to be a little dead after the 800, so we'll see how it goes. I do want to beat Geyer because he's a little punk ass, but past that, we'll see what happens.
So if you win this race, will you consider it your greatest achievement?
Certainly.
Okay. Yeah, the legs just took a turn for the worse.
Yeah.
And you know, it proved that I was a little out of shape. I finished, puked my guts up for 20 minutes.
That is fun.
And had a killer headache.
That's what she said.
Do you feel looking into this?
Pretty doom and gloom.
Don't think I'm gonna win this race, but we'll try We'll try to make it to a mile. Very hot, very humid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to complain about anything else?
I don't have that much to complain about.
Calvin. It's okay, bud. You did it.
Yep.
You did it. Good
Gavin
job.
was in 9th. I think he has a chance to win it. My vote's on Gavin.
Well, you didn't feel good in Gavin tripped, so it's really.
Well, I tripped too at that last 100.
Yeah.
You see it?
I did not see it.
You didn't see it?
Hopefully we have footage over there.
Guy tripped me.
We
should DQ him.
Okay, DQ. Wow.
Good race, though.
We'll look
Good race.
into it if we have footage.
All right, and with Calvin out at the 400, here we cut to the next victim heading out at the 8.
Oh, Ethan Kilroy. The speed suit did not make him faster.
Are your nipples chafing?
Yeah, man.
How are your nipples?
Nice and
How are your
supported.
nipples? They are supported.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Very good. Very good.
Sticker helped.
Nice. Very good. Thank you.
It's a good race. Good
Yeah,
race.
good race.
Hoping my son does well.
Yep.
Yeah, he's looking like he's gonna be out first.
With the Big Papa eliminated, here we cut to our next victim at the 1200.
Patrick, you are out. Good job though.
It was worth it. Didn't get out first.
Yes.
Dad, you want to
He did. He did. He got
Yeah.
out first.
Yeah, he beat me. He dethroned the king.
We are halfway there, and here we cut to our next contender out at the mile.
Gavin Brophy out. Our two top contenders who needed the handicap are currently out.
Oh, Pat?
Getting out.
I bled a little.
Oh, that's from your fall earlier.
No bad. But
Yeah.
All that for a drop of blood.
I just hit the mile. I was just like, I'm good done. I'm good here. I didn't get the baguette, but...
The baguette guy.
The baguette, I know. Let's wait till next year, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
It's a great race.
Good effort.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, here's the last 100 kick to end the mile and a quarter mark.
Max Mullertz! How did that feel, Max?
Fucking sucked.
After that incredibly insightful post-race interview from Max, thank you by the way, we have Luke Geyer coming in first, Pat Rabin in second currently, and Luke Miles and Issa Mackey tied for third. Currently Gersh is in the back, he's going to come up, but they don't really have to kick at this point.
Here we go. You lasted a long time. Good job. Alex Gershman, good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. How do you feel?
He really just didn't say anything, he just started throwing up. It's disgusting.
Luke Miles! Oh, we're down to our
He told me I got it on the last lap. Live.
Oh my God, the beef.
If you didn't catch it there, Issa actually told Luke that he could conserve his energy for the kick for the final lap, but then he overtook him.
Here we go.
Go, Pat.
Last kick. Luke Geyer having a clear lead coming up.
Let's get it, guy! Attaboy!
And Luke Geyer is the Henderson 2-mile Battle Royale winner. Good job, Pat. Pat Rabin coming in second. How do you feel, Mr. Rabin?
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Silver medal.
Yes.
Silver medal for my boy.
And here we have Issa Mackey.
You're a snake! You told me you let me have the lap!
Okay, that's the point of it. Just
Oh, the point is not to manipulate your opponent. I told you got it.
My cramp.
No, we only win by cheating. God.
Get the camera on my face!
Alright, and there you have it, our contestants in the order they were eliminated in. And those are this year's results of the 800 split 2-mile elimination here at Henderson. We have exclusive interviews with Barry Rabin himself and Mr. Kelly on previous races coming up soon. Thanks for watching. And the credits will be in the description since I'm an incompetent editor.